think that's the truth of it. I think we have to reflect on all of our lives as gifts that lead us forward. There were so many experiences in my youth. My playground was the beach. My backyard was, in essence, a small beach that we would play at with sea anemones and minnows and everything else. That's where we would go to. Our summers were building rafts and playing with the ocean. On the way to school, I had about a 500-meter stretch of beach that I would walk to go to school and play with the sand and be in the sand and experience gulls and pipers and everything else that was beautiful. It was there that I began witnessing this first flow of plastic back in the early 80s, where I was able to then watch things show up on the beach. We would sometimes want to go out and go beach combing, to go to a beach to see if we could find something from some foreign land or whatever it may be, but we discovered that it wasn't always just foreign things, it was other people's garbage. And we began witnessing very early that there was a continuous flow of garbage coming. And in my travels and my journeys to the ocean's edge, which is where I find most soul, I began witnessing wherever I went a more rapid tide of plastic washing ashore. There were so many experiences, but no one in particular really being the cause of anything. It was all of them. Growing up at the ocean's edge, playing at the beach, traveling, being at the ocean's edge, and inspired by a few experiences, including the work of a photographer and cinematographer, Chris Jordan, who traveled to Midway Island, the most remote land in the world, to photograph the decomposing corpses of albatross chick. Some almost was 13, 14 years ago now, more longer, where he showed the decomposing corpses of the starving foal, those chicks who were fed marine debris by their parent, who would go out to sea and bring back what they thought was food. The chick so full it couldn't take nutrient and would die where it was born. Its corpse would decompose and it would release the very plastic that killed it to kill again. I remember those words of self. Someone's got to do something about what's unfolding in the ocean. I maybe had the good fortune to recognize that that someone could be me. How could we change the way we viewed the material? If we could turn plastic into money for the world, and we could communicate with the emerging, recognizing that most plastic was coming from areas of poverty, and if we could have people look at it as money for them to change their own lives and transition through poverty to something of contribution, that could be a profound and significant impact for all of humanity. I could have certainly been like so many who were so afraid to make a mistake. I had this great idea, but I had all of the fear, all of the doubt, all of the reasons why I shouldn't start. But I simultaneously had the conscious moment, the thinking, that I didn't need to be the person that could get any of that done, when I recognized that all I needed to do was become the person who could get any of this done. And in the beginning, in the trying of it, was where Plastic Bank was born. An idea is an idea until we bring execution to it. And I think that it was in the courage and in the trying that we're where we are today.